What is the proudest moment for you so far?
There's probably two. Is making my debut for Scotland against Georgia, and as I said, it's something I've worked towards over 3 years, and I think that was a very, very special day for me and my family, and it's something I'll always remember. Especially, as I mentioned, going through tough times and then actually giving the opportunity and managing to score on my debut as well was pretty special. And then the second one was, going on the Lions tour. I didn't really think, that would possibly happen, because at the time I only played, I think, 8 games for Scotland. So I was like, I'm still pretty new into the system. Don't really know if they're going to give me a shot or not. And I was actually pretty nervous, because I felt like I actually had a really good Six Nations that year, 2021, because it was my first Six Nations as well, and managed to be top try scorer. So I thought, maybe I'd have a shot. Yeah, I don't know. But I remember going home. A few boys watched it at the club, and I was like, if I don't see my name yet, then at least I'll be home. Like, take it all in. And if I do see my name yet, then I'm with my wife and I'll be able to call my family. So I think seeing my name there, just sitting back on the couch and mate, just being in tears. Just taking it all in is probably a moment, I'll never forget. And having my wife there, it was just so special.
Yeah, emotional for you.
Yeah, very emotional, because, like I said, having gone through so much in my career, and and getting to the point where I get selected to go on a tour with the Lions is absolutely brilliant, mate. Special.
It's a huge. That must be such a huge thing for you, just in terms of, like, you've got the hip injury, you then need to move country, you then don't know whether you're going to get selected, and then all of a sudden, Lions team.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I
wild.
was like mental. I was like, how has this happened? Like, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, mate. And again, it's probably all comes down to putting in the hard work at tough times, and because I was fast and pretty strong, but I couldn't catch a ball for shit, mate. Genuinely. But boys are probably gonna still say I can't catch a ball. I had no skills whatsoever.
Yeah.
I still don't have any much skills, but I know what I'm good at, so I just stick to that.
Just run through.
Yeah. So man, that was pretty special. And then obviously going to South Africa was pretty special. But then again, there was no fans, so that's something I feel like I've missed out on, is seeing that sea of red, which I didn't get to experience. So
You will.
hopefully, mate, we'll see.
And as your wife, she's being a big support for you.
Yeah, 100%, mate. She always has my corner and backs me up. She's always there when I've not had a good game or we've lost. I know I can go home and she'll be there for me, and vice versa when we win. She loves having a couple of drinks with me as well, because I love having a couple of pints with my mates after a good win. It's just how I am. That's why me and Hamish Watson are like that.
Yeah.
We both love a pint afterwards. But she has a massive impact on my career. So much that I actually didn't really think what a big impact she has on my career. I was going through a period with Edinburgh, November, December, where I wasn't really playing that well. I was okay, and I remember we played Glasgow at home in the 1872 Cup, and was walking down the stairs, and she never does this, and she was like, she said something to me along the lines of like, you better have a good game today, and and get involved and enjoy what you're doing and score a couple of tries and show who you are. And I remember that stuck with me. I got in the car and I was like, wow, okay. So she doesn't really know what a big impact she has on my career. And it's obviously brilliant having her support there, because that actually like just filled me up with like, all right, let's get stuck in. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's absolutely brilliant having her by my side.
Who are you closest with on the Scotland team? Hamish
Watson.
Yeah. He's a funny guy.
Oh man, I love him. We get on so well, because I feel like we're very similar in a way that we, basically train hard, play hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now we love a pint afterwards. And I've very good mates with Hamish. Probably say all the boys, but when there's a let's go for a beer, then
you're the guys.
I'll probably message Hamish, Blair, and Sione just to see what they're up to. So yeah, it's been, because Hamish has been my roommate for 3 years now. So so I've had to find a new roommate, obviously with him not being there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fine. I'm getting chucked around here and there.
Passed around.
Yeah. So I've actually been with Blair, but then he got sent home because of his knee. Yeah. And then
because Blair normally goes with Adam Hastings, doesn't he?
Yeah.
When Hastings was
yeah. Because he wasn't there. And then I think I was with you, Jones, once as well. And then I've actually been very lucky. I don't think anyone wants to be with me. So it's coming down to like me having my own room now, which is absolutely brilliant. I love it. And they're all like, how does Dewey get his own room? And I'm just like, you guys don't want to be with me, probably. That's why. No, all jokes aside, but yeah.
Yeah. And last question on the Scotland team before we got onto your watch, because I need to ask you about it. Who is the up-and-coming young talent? Because I know that Harry Patterson played. Yeah. By the way, 22 years old. What the hell?
Yeah, I know.
And he had such a good game.
Yeah, he was brilliant. I would probably, if I look at the squad, when I look at the squad, I'll probably look at Harry Patterson, mate, because he, you know what, fair play, mate. He's never played an international game in his life, right? He finds out on Saturday morning, you're starting against France. Not coming off the bench, you're starting. And having the game he had, mate, you know what, hats off, fair play. He had an absolute stormer. He's got a lot of talent. Me and him, we've got a bit of a weird relationship. We're very much like that. I'm probably a bit too tough on him, but I think I've calmed down a bit more now. So yeah, no, he's a brilliant talent. He's obviously been injured quite a lot, so for him that's quite annoying, because he's quite young. All he wants to do is play games, because at that age, that's the only way you're going to get better. But I definitely look at someone like him and think, he's got it all, because he can cover. He can obviously cover fullback, he can cover wing. So no, he's a bright talent.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought as a 20, I remember myself at 22, I was an absolute idiot. I was just a moron. And then he's playing for Scotland, having the game he did. Yeah. Just the age thing's just, it's just wild.
No, mate. But it comes down to, mate, it's being able to make that switch. Yeah. Imagine how much stress he had going into the game. Yeah. You're 22, right? Has he played more than 10 games for Edinburgh? Probably not. Yeah. He's not played a massive amount of rugby. He's actually not been involved that much that week with the team, learning our plays, our moves, what do we do? So waking up and getting told, look, mate, you're starting. And by the way, this is all the moves we're doing. Nailing all that. Yeah. And then having the game he had. Hats off. Fair play, mate.
If you guys enjoyed that clip, please do me a huge favor before you go and head over to our Into the Mind podcast official page, where we have the raw, uncut Into the Mind podcast, and hit that subscribe button. And the more subscribers we get, the more incredible guests we can get on the show. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all real soon.